Rebel Woodward. I'm originally from Honduras. I have been living in the United States for almost maybe 30 years. I have been playing basketball since I was in elementary school. I would say probably 9 years when I started playing. We were probably 2 or 3 girls and the rest were boys. So it was hard to play with boys. They didn't want to pass the ball to us, you know. And then somebody saw us and they decided to start a female league. And I love it, you know. And then when I get to college, I played for only 2 years, and then I couldn't continue, you know. But I just played by myself, you know, but I couldn't continue playing with a team, you know. And then my sister started, you know, finding about these tournaments. And she has, I mean, she has a group in Honduras, you know, and so she always telling me, so she said, you should continue. And I went to Italy with her in 2017. I was living in Atlanta, Georgia. But Atlanta, different, yes. There were a women, like informal league, you know. And I found out that every Monday, we were probably like 30 women, different levels, you know. So you have very tall people, very short people. But everybody, in some place in their life, they play basketball. So I start with them every Monday. So I start running and really getting more in this. And that was very interesting. And the rule was everybody has to play. Everybody has to play 10 minutes. So you change, you know, you switch. And we had scores. And at the end, you know, they keep a track, you know, and they give like a little symbolic thing to whoever, you know. But that was very interesting, you know, yeah. Then when I moved to Delaware, I started looking. Believe me, I started looking in Facebook and everything. Couldn't find nothing about basketball. Maybe Louis, I said, you know, nothing. So I started coming here by myself, and then I came across with Gary. Then we start playing, you know, but nobody else, you know. There's sometimes with kids who are here, and yeah. But I want a little more than whatever I knew, you know. And then I found you guys, and I was so great. I think that before I used to think that basketball was just learning how to bounce the ball, you know, how to dribble. But no, really it's a state of mind, a state of emotion. And I can see with you guys, you let me see another perspective of basketball I never saw before, you know. Yeah, and I said, wow, sometimes when I'm ready to go to bed, I think about, you know, this one, you know, maybe in the daytime I try to use more my left brain. You know, sometimes eating with this, I try to write, you know. Believe me, I have been brushing my teeth with it. Just to be more aware, but if you don't make that awareness, I didn't know it.
Right.
Yeah, because I right-handed, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I see life in different perspective. Yeah. Since we start doing those drills, I started doing that weekdays when I come here. Then, you know, I try to use the little ball, you know. Yeah, it's what I come. Even so, when there is there is no basketball day, but I just start running around with the ball, you know, or passing.
Still feel like you can work on your skills even though it's no run.
Exactly. Or this one, no. I think there's a rhythm, you know, and I can feel that sometimes, you know. Yeah, when you tell me, oh yeah, that does. There's a focus in something. There's a reason why. You had to start with your right arm or with your left foot, you know. And decision they had to take it like in life, you know. I think when we grew older, we never had to stop learning because it's possible. We learn new skills. Might take a little longer, you know, that when you're training with kids, you know, kids maybe in 10 minutes they learn something, you know. For us, it may take a couple of days, you know, or more practice. And I think that's part of the health, you know. For the health, we have to be independent as much as we can, not depend on a walker or depend on a wheelchair. And if we have somebody who teach you other ways how you can use your brain, or use part of your brain that you never know it, that you had it, you know, that's a growing process. And that's the reason I believe that many people my age or older can benefit from this, you know. And I think you guys that have the experience in working with limited kids, or kids with another disabilities, that people tend to see that there is no potential. There is potential, yeah. And it might take more training and more, persistent, but they got it. You can take the whole hour just learning people how to do it. Left hand, right hand, until when I know that I feel a little comfortable doing this, I feel so happy about myself. Because before the ball was like this, you remember?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to bounce with the left one. Now I feel more comfortable and strong. And every time when I do it, I can hear you. I can see you. Hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. You want me keep in my mind, even so. Yeah, it just is in my brain, because this part, you touch it to me. You guys told me how to do it.
Yeah.
How to grab the ball, how to see it, and I think that potential is there, and I feeling, having, sleeping that part of my brain, and now it's wake up. There's no limit, My plan in my life is to live until I am 100 years old, without medication and without a walker, without a wheelchair, and to be able to know who I am. That's my goal for years, for years. And I feel that with basketball will keep me very fit, mentally, physically. Coming to the gym, and I try to do stretching, yoga, support for everything will be around basketball. And I might be able to participate in more of these international. Yeah, because last year was in Argentina. I couldn't go for XY reason, but my sister went, and she got a good time, So I this gives you the motivation to keep training all year around, and for the next tournament. My goal here is to be able to reach the ball without jumping too much. And I know I have a very bad habit to use more the right side, and I have been trying to work more both hands. I want to also develop a little more skill in passing the ball and directing the ball, because I know I'm not going to be shooting too much, Yeah. To be able to when I dribble, to be able to see where the other players are, and to think about, when you pass the ball. And it's a lot of strategies mentally that you have to build up in seconds, Yeah. Now when I see basketball teams on TV, I see different now. I understand better, yeah. After I start with you guys, because oh gosh, I did this, yeah. I remember you showed me something. So when I see a basketball, it's not just see how many points this team do and the other. It's more to see individually, offensive, defensive, how they do it, how they, Yeah, now I understand better basketball, I thought I did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I understand why they do this, how they pass the ball, and also I want to develop more my skill, passing the ball in between the legs. But I have been practicing, yeah. It's a lot that I need to learn, Now I know how.
Now you know what I'm talking about. You see the push. Now she does it all the time, yo. You gotta level it up.
Now I know how to do it.
Yeah.